Arab princesses aren't just royal, they're billionaires with private jets, mega yachts, and global power most people can't imagine. In 2021, a royal divorce shocked the world. Princess Haya of Jordan was awarded over $728 million. Let's step into the guarded world of 4 Arab princesses whose lives are far more fascinating than fiction. Princess Haya Bintal Hussein. She's royalty by blood and legend by choice. Princess Haya isn't just the daughter of King Hussein of Jordan. She's also the woman who dared to defy one of the most powerful rulers in the Arab world. Born into prestige, she grew up surrounded by global leaders and world events. At Oxford, she honed her intellect. In the equestrian world, she became a force, competing in the 2000 Sydney Olympics and earning international respect. But her greatest test came not on horseback, but behind palace walls. She married Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the ruler of Dubai and one of the richest men alive. For a while, the world saw them as the golden couple, powerful, poised, philanthropic. But behind the glamour, something darker was unfolding. In 2019, Haya made a bold escape to London with her 2 children, seeking asylum and protection from the man she once called her husband. It was a royal scandal that exploded worldwide. The UK court sided with her. She was awarded £554 million, about $728 million, making it the largest divorce settlement in British history. But that fortune didn't turn her into a recluse. Haya's always been more than her title. She's been a humanitarian for decades, helping war-torn regions, funding education programs, and serving as a UN messenger of peace. She's outspoken, strategic, and deeply respected on the global stage. And yes, her lifestyle is the definition of elite. Private Gulfstream jets, multiple estates in London, and reported access to a $500 million super yacht. She's experienced it all. Yet she stays grounded. She's the rare kind of royal who blends elegance with courage. Her story isn't about exile. It's about choosing freedom over fear. Princess Amira Al Tawil. Amira Al Tawil didn't just marry into power. She became a voice for millions. Raised by a single mother in Riyadh, she wasn't born royal, but destiny had other plans. While studying journalism, she interviewed billionaire Prince AlAwliya Bintal, a man 28 years her senior. That interview led to a relationship, and soon, she entered the House of Saud as his wife. But Amira was never content with staying in the shadows. She showed up at Davos, the Clinton Global Initiative, and UN conferences not just as eye candy, but as a speaker, a force. She championed women's rights at a time when few dared. She publicly supported Saudi women's right to drive, long before it was legal. She pushed for education reforms. She met with presidents, and the world took notice. When her marriage ended, she didn't fade into the background. Instead, she redefined herself. As vice chair of AlAwliya Philanthropies, she oversaw humanitarian aid across 100 countries, funding disaster relief, education, and health projects. Her influence crossed borders, and her style turned heads wherever she went. Luxury follows her name, from custom Valentino gowns and Chanel haute couture, to fleets of luxury cars and invitations to elite galas. Amira blends activism with aesthetic. She's rumored to have a personal fortune in the hundreds of millions. Her second marriage, to Emirati billionaire Khalifa bin Buti Al Muhairi, was held in Paris in near total secrecy. Just another reminder that her life operates on a different frequency. Yet through all the fame and fortune, she's never let go of her purpose. Amira doesn't just wear the crown, she commands it. And in doing so, she's become something rare. A Saudi princess respected not just for her beauty, but for her boldness. Princess Reema bint Bandar Al Saud. There's a new kind of Saudi princess, and Reema bint Bandar is leading that evolution with quiet force. She's not just royalty. She's a trained diplomat, a policy influencer, and the first woman in Saudi Arabia's history to be appointed ambassador to the United States. Her position didn't come from just bloodline. It came from brilliance. Born into one of the most powerful royal dynasties on earth, Reema is the daughter of Prince Bandar bin Sultan, the legendary former ambassador to the US. That meant she spent her childhood not behind palace walls, but in Washington, D.C., watching how the world really worked. She earned a degree in museum studies at George Washington University, but what she's done since would make a seasoned politician pause. Back home, she led initiatives aimed at integrating Saudi women into sports, business, and public life. She helped launch gyms for women when the idea was still taboo. She became a fierce advocate for breast cancer awareness, personally leading nationwide campaigns in a country where open conversations about women's health were nearly unheard of. But Reema's elegance matches her intellect. Always impeccably dressed in a blend of Western couture and traditional Saudi elements, she's redefined what a powerful Arab woman can look like on the world stage. No excessive flaunting, no drama, just quiet authority and refined style. And let's not forget she's part of the House of Saud, whose estimated net worth reaches $1.4 trillion. Access to wealth isn't a question, it's a birthright. What truly sets her apart is how she uses her platform. While many royals are known for their luxury assets, Reema is known for her reforms. She doesn't need a super yacht to prove her status. Her words at diplomatic tables do that for her. She's the bridge between old tradition and a future Saudi Arabia where women don't just participate, they lead. Princess Reema is doing more than representing her country. She's reshaping its image gracefully, boldly, and unapologetically. Princess Lala Salma of Morocco. Then there's Princess Lala Salma, regal, elegant, mysterious, and one of the most admired women in North Africa. Born Salma Banani, she wasn't royal by birth, but her intelligence and poise caught the eye of King Mohammed VI. In 2002, she became the first Moroccan royal wife to be publicly acknowledged and given a royal title, breaking centuries of tradition. But Lala Salma didn't just show up for ceremonies. She became a global face for cancer awareness, founded her own health foundation, and stood shoulder to shoulder with global leaders at international events. Fluent in multiple languages and trained in engineering, she brought a fresh kind of royalty to Morocco, quiet, powerful, and fiercely respected. Her fashion sense, effortlessly elegant. From Dior to traditional Moroccan caftans, she's blended culture and couture in a way no other royal quite has. Though she's kept a low profile in recent years, especially after her rumored separation from the king, she still holds a unique position in Moroccan society. She may not dominate tabloids, but her absence sparks more intrigue than most public figures' presence. And while the world debates her whereabouts, one thing is clear: Lala Salma's legacy isn't just built on beauty or title. It's built on purpose. These four women are more than just princesses. They're leaders, icons, and forces of change. They were born or rose into unimaginable wealth, super yachts, private jets, estates in London, Paris, and beyond. But what makes them unforgettable isn't just the luxury, it's the legacy. They've stood up for women's rights, transformed their country's image, and left a global footprint. In a world that often paints royalty as passive or ornamental, these Arab princesses prove otherwise.